Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. Happy Saturday morning to you all. So guys, I'm still in bed, but I'm sipping on some coffee. Someone sent me a email. Actually it was a video. Someone sent me a video this morning, and I thought it was very, very intriguing, and I wanted to touch on the topic. It was really about strong Black women, and there was a gentleman in the video, and he was just giving Black women her props, right? So I wanted to touch on this because it just seems as if, like I said, it seems like I don't know where it's coming from all of a sudden, or if this is things that men have been holding in and it's just more profound now, or if this is just a trick of the enemy to try to get men to abort our race. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like it's everywhere now about strong women and, Black women. I don't know. But I will say this because, again, I am a person to see things from different perspective, and I'm not biased in certain areas. So I want to hit it from a couple of different angles. Well, first and foremost, don't ever, 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 ever apologize for being a strong Black woman. That is a gift within itself that many individuals and many different races, not to be racist or judgmental, but cannot handle. See, when you came from the struggle, you will always know how to struggle and handle struggle. Well, for example, take a very wealthy person, right? And you compare them to someone who came from nothing. All right. And life happens. Sorry guys, when life happens and that person who came from struggle loses everything, that person will know how to go back to struggle and be okay. That person will know how to burn candles if the electricity off. That person will know how to fix mayonnaise sandwiches and ramen noodles if they have no food, They would know how to rob Peter to pay Paul, for a lack of better words, okay? The wealthy person, if he loses or she loses everything, why do they blow their brains out? Not trying to be, make light of the situations, but they can't handle it. They can't handle it because they've never had to endure some of the things that a person of struggle had to endure. All right. Now, let me be clear. There is a difference between a strong Black healthy woman and a strong Black unhealed toxic woman. That's two different angles. So when you're talking about, it's okay to emasculate our men and they just need to they need to man up, that's toxic, right? Because that could be true. That could be true of the man you're dealing with. But why are you dealing with a man who hasn't manned up? So you made that choice. You made that decision. And now you want to emasculate and disrespect him. Or you could just wait on the man that God has for you, and you will respect him so much that certain words won't even come out your mouth. Or if he starts to put you in your place when you're swerving in his lane, you will respect him so much that you won't see that as him, putting you down. But that respect level will be there. So we can go on and on and on about toxic Black women, because that is a subject that, is addressed quite often. And I don't agree with a lot of it. So I think, if you're a woman and you've already healed properly, you can look back and see unhealthy women. In fact, you may have had a lot of those ways yourself. In fact, you may still struggle with some of those ways. But a real man of integrity and character, he won't allow you to disrespect him. Like, I won't lie, they just got, listen. Listen, because, sometimes when we pop up at the mouth, but he would put me in my place. And when I say that, I don't mean it as in a disrespectful way, because he was not disrespectful at all. But he will not allow me to talk to him in a certain tone. And guess what? I respected that. And truth of the matter is, a lot of times men Women need you to do that. And I know it's almost like, I don't have time to raise you, girl. Your daddy should have. I get that too. But please understand from a black woman's standpoint, with many women, I'm going to throw this phone out of the window. It's Saturday. Leave me alone. Please understand that, again, many strong black women had to be strong all of their lives because some of our fathers were not there. Some of us watched our mothers play the masculine role. So it's not an excuse, because once you have to unlearn what you were taught, because a lot of the things you saw was more about survival. So you have to acknowledge that and then start to put that work in. Heal first, because nobody's going to deal with any woman. I don't care who you are, black, white, Asian. If you're toxic, nobody wants that energy around them. At least not a person who is healthy. Another toxic person will love you. But when you have finally encountered what healthy peace is, you will not let anybody disturb that. You won't. All right. Now, I'm going to say this, men. As I sip on my coffee. Why are you intimidated by a strong black woman? Now, I'm not talking about the toxic woman. Now, if you're saying you're a black man and you just don't want a toxic woman, by all means, I get it 100%. I get it, right? But do a strong black healthy woman intimidate you? If she does, that's something you have to look at, because why is she intimidating you? Because from my personal experiences, no matter how strong a woman is, she will never, ever intimidate a real man, right? And when I say real man, I don't mean that in the sense of disrespect. I just mean a man who really has himself together. He know who he is as a man. So he won't have an issue with you. Again, he will check you in certain areas, but he won't have an issue with you doing your own thing and you being strong, as long as you know how to turn that off at the right time. But please hear me, and hear me good. You want a strong black woman by your side. Here's why. Well, let me take that back. You want a strong woman by your side. Here's why. We know seasons changes. Life has its hurdles. And if you haven't went through a down season yet, when you've lost your job and the world is on your shoulder, if you've never experienced a down season, if you live long enough, you will. And you want a strong woman during that time. Because see, a weak chick can't handle that. A weak chick is going to leave you and wouldn't care how you make it out of that down season. She wouldn't care. And it's not that she don't love you, maybe. It could be she just don't know how to handle hard times. So some men want to sit here and give us this pushback on being too strong, but we're the one who can hold you down when you're going through certain seasons in your life. Strength is beautiful. Don't get it twisted ever. We just have to know how to turn that switch on and off at certain times. A strong woman will challenge you. Yes, she will. Because of her strength and the things that she had to endure and do, then there's no excuse for you not to do it. So if you're my man and, I see you slacking, or all of a sudden you don't want to work, which I wouldn't even deal with that nonsense anyway, but you all of a sudden don't want to work, you want to sit home and play video games. Now I'm on your back about you, providing, or I'm not going to tolerate you doing certain things or disrespecting me, right? But it comes across as nagging. Well, maybe we do nag sometimes, ladies. I don't know. It comes across as nagging, and it comes across as, we don't know how to be quiet or whatever, right? But that's just strength, because she sees something in you that you don't see in yourself. We know a lot of our black men were tortured. A lot of our black men are still dealing with generational curses. And don't get that twisted. And I always tell people, even though I personally will not, deal with a person who's not motivated and things like that, sometimes you also have to understand that sometimes men are really depressed and broken because they haven't healed. You know, so you're pushing at him to better himself, but are you really tapping into the why? Because see, if you're just looking at it from the surface, nobody's going to hear anybody. Like, you're just going to both drive each other crazy, and it's going to be toxic. But at some point, if that's a man that you're involved with and you're dealing with, you should be able to see that why. Like, was his father not there? You know, did he experience some type of trauma? Again, not making any excuses, but you can hit it from the seed level versus just staying in his ear, yapping about video games or yapping about, I don't know, whatever it is he's doing, you know? But I just want to tell you, strong sisters, listen. There is beauty in your strength, right? I've never, ever apologized, and never will I ever apologize about being a strong woman. But again, I had to be honest, and I have to be honest to say I had to learn how to turn it on and turn it off. And here's another thing. Ladies, you wouldn't know how to turn it off if you don't have a solid man. You know, a man of character. I'm not talking about no money. I'm not talking about no swag. I'm not talking about no smell goods. Listen, ain't not like a good smelling good man, honey, but I'm just saying. I'm talking about a man of character and value and respect, discipline, all that stuff. So, again, you know, that's where I want to hit it at. But don't apologize for it. But we do have to learn, you know. We do have to learn, you know. You got to know how to turn it on, turn it off, because nobody want to hear that in your ear all day. I'm a woman. And now I look back and I just like, you know what? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. But, you know, listen, listen, in our community, we've all dealt with so much stuff together. You know, there are so many stories that are parallel our childhoods and, you know, generational curses and things. So, like, let's hold each other. Like, why are they trying to separate us? You know, they're trying to separate us rather than Black women realize that our Black men went through some things. So let's help them heal. And you can only help a person who wants help, first and foremost, and even recognizing that they need to be healed. And, you know, Black men look at your Black women and be like, you know what? I'm sorry. Your father wasn't there. Mine wasn't there either. Or your father didn't. So let me help you heal now. Two people who can grow and heal together is destined for greatness, or can see past each other's flaws and help each other to work on those areas together without being nasty about it or disrespectful about it, but from a true, genuine place. When you get through those times and end up at a place of healing, honey, Satan will be so pissed because he already know, you know, the coming together of two individuals, both have purpose, calling, and about to take over the world, baby. So y'all can sit there fighting each other all you want. Listen, I am not a person who is against interracial dating. In fact, I have experienced that. But one thing I will tell you is I want my Black man. Point blank, period. So anyway, you guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.